Hello and welcome, students of Euro Hotel School. You know, in the world of luxury hospitality, some of the most critical make-or-break moments happen right at the bar. So today, we're going to dive deep into the art and the science of the cocktail.
Now, this isn't just some nice, fluffy phrase. It is a fundamental truth of our industry. Seriously, the entire reputation of a luxury hotel can be built or, let's be honest, broken right there at the bar. It's that first impression. It's the standard setter for the guest's whole experience. So our goal here is pretty simple, actually. We want to give you the practical, real-world skills that you are absolutely going to need in a five-star environment. This isn't just theory from a textbook. This is all about professional execution. So let's jump right in. All right, we're going to start with our very first pillar, the art of the aperitif. I want you to think of this as the opening act of the entire dining experience. It is so much more than just a drink. It's that first moment that really sets the tone for the rest of the evening. And as a professional, you're the one conducting that moment. You've got to get it right. So, what exactly is an aperitif? Well, it's a drink you have before a meal, and its main job is to wake up your appetite. But here's the secret sauce. The key component is bitterness. That bitter flavor isn't just for taste. It literally sends a signal to your body, kicking the digestive system into gear and getting it ready for the meal ahead. It's a fascinating little bit of food science, right there in a glass. Now, as a professional, your toolkit absolutely has to include the classics. We're talking about perfect examples like a sharp, crisp gin and tonic, a simple, elegant vermouth on ice, or a vibrant Aperol spritz. These are recognized and loved all over the world. And mastering them, well, that's not optional. It is the absolute foundation of professional service. And please, remember this crucial point. Offering an aperitif is a professional standard. You're not just standing there waiting for someone to give you an order. No way. You are the guest's guide. You are the one who thoughtfully bridges that gap between their arrival and their first course. And in doing so, you immediately set a tone of genuine care and real expertise. Okay, let's move on to our second pillar and see how this all connects. We're talking about the craft of the classic. Now, this is where we separate the amateurs from the professionals. Because in the world of classic cocktails, technique isn't just important, it's everything. And this right here illustrates the most fundamental rule in all of mixology. It's actually pretty simple. If a drink is made up of only spirits, think a Negroni or a Manhattan, you stir it. Why? Because stirring chills it perfectly while creating this amazing, smooth, silky texture and keeping it crystal clear. But the second you add juice or cream or egg whites, like in a whiskey sour, you've got to shake it. That shaking action forces air into the mix, creating that beautiful froth and a totally different, lighter feel. Now let's talk about what many pros consider the ultimate test of a bartender's skill, the martini. It looks so simple, right? But making a perfect one is all about precision. First, and most importantly, you have to listen. Does the guest want it dry, dirty, with a twist? Second, temperature is absolutely non-negotiable. Your glass must be chilled. Third, you execute with confidence. A classic martini is stirred, period. That's how you get that perfect clarity. And finally, the garnish, it has to be fresh and flawless every single time. And all that precision brings us perfectly to our final pillar, the theater of presentation. Look, a perfectly made drink is only half the battle. How it's delivered, the showmanship, the professionalism, the theater of it all, that's what takes it from a good drink to a true luxury experience.
I really want you to burn this phrase into your memory. A guest who orders a Negroni on a Tuesday should get the exact same perfect Negroni when they come back on a Saturday. This isn't the time for your personal creative flair. This is about building reliability, building trust. In a luxury hotel, consistency is professionalism.
So how do we guarantee that kind of consistency? Well, it comes down to one simple rule: precise measurement. The professional's tool is the jigger, and you use it every single time. Yeah, free pouring might look flashy, but it's inconsistent, and honestly, it has absolutely no place in a high-end setting. Precision is how you earn and keep a guest's trust. And finally, let's talk about the small details, because they always make the biggest difference. A garnish isn't just there to look pretty. It adds aroma. It adds flavor. The quality of your ice, the freshness of your ingredients, choosing a premium cherry instead of a cheap one, these are the details that just scream luxury. They show an uncompromising commitment to being the best. So let's end with this thought. That very first drink you serve a guest does so much more than just quench their thirst. It's a statement. It's a promise. It tells that guest that this hotel, this bar, cares about excellence, right down to the very last drop in the glass. It sets the standard for everything that's about to follow. So as you move forward in your amazing careers, I want you to always ask yourself this question. Every single drink you make is a message to your guest. Your job is to make sure it always, always says excellence. Thank you so much for your time.